Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, the Ninja King, and today we're doing what if Deku was Antares Reborn / what if Deku was the Dragon Monarch. Let's not waste any more time and get on with my channel's intro, and let's start the what if. Midoriya was waiting for his room for the UA's entrance letter to finally come, and as he was waiting there, his door immediately opened up as he basically saw his mother scrambling to her feet, giving him the letter. Midoriya immediately took it and gave his mother a headband and says, "Thanks, Mom." Inkus is nodded and left as Midoriya closed the door before ripping the letter, like he always does, and pulling out basically a disc. He immediately tapped the disc as then a hologram of All Might shows up. "Aha, it is me. I am here. I will be pleased to know that you got yourself into UA, young Midoriya. You did absolutely great in the entrance exam, and due to that you have seen your dedication. Now you will be joining UA. Welcome to the Hero Cross in my academia. My Hero Academia. I mean, your Hero Academia." Just Mike looking at All Might. Never change, similar piece. Anyways, you'll be happy to know that you were one of the few people who actually understand one of the secret quest. Midoriya wonders if All Might could see his system. Then he remembers that the dragon system is more powerful than it looks, and he can actually show people this. But then he looks at All Might. To be more precise, immediately All Might then shows a screen floating around it before he basically shows the numbers. You got top score, not just that of hero points, but that of rescue points as well. After all, the job of being a hero isn't only about defeating villains after all, now is it? The hologram of All Might spoke as Midoriya looked at it in intrigue. He then saw his own score and realized that he was top. He hit number 1. Anyways, I'll be expecting you to join Class 1A sooner than later. Until then, goodbye. Midoriya immediately picked up the disc before putting it away. He then sighed and yawned. That was an actual yawn. It came perfectly in time, so I decided to use it. Whatever. Let's continue. Anyways, so after he put down the disc, he took a basically deep breath, combed his hair a bit, and, well, just looked up to the next few days. The next few weeks passed. He spent some time with Jiro, Momo, and Uraka as well. He learned that Uraka had some money problems and he wanted to help her, but Uraka didn't. And then he looked at her and says, "Doesn't your family own a construction business?" "Yeah." "Why don't you get a better job?" "Well, people like construction companies with better quirk users and people with quirks in general. So, Midoriya looked at it. "I mean, you're not wrong when it comes to that, but still, I expect you guys to be swimming in money or some shit." I wish that was the case, but it still doesn't work. Midoriya wonders if there was some sort of monopoly on this, some sort of greedy company to take it on, and if he did, "Hey Uraka, is there some sort of greedy company out there keeping down the monies and products?" Uraka then looked at it. "Well, I've been hearing some rumors and everything." "Oh, can you tell me some more?" Uraka then tells him some of the rumors. How some companies are joining together to create this big business venture, and how they're basically stealing all those smaller companies' jobs like her family. Midoriya nodded. "I see then. How very interesting, to say the least." What do you mean by interesting?" "Oh, that's... forget it." As Midoriya left. As after he arrived in the home, he basically looked at the system. "Can you distort cameras and everything?" "Why, yes, host. Why do you ask that for a factor?" Just was pretty curious. Anyways, Midoriya pulled out something from his inventory. A red cloak and a white mask. As Midoriya was a vigilante. Or at least he could have been. To train his powers, he always goes into vigilantism and does some work. He knew that it was illegal, but this was the best other way. Another option was that of the dungeons, so yeah. But Midoriya immediately got up, opening the window before flying away. As nightfall came, as he came to one of the biggest world's tech company, or at least the one in Japan, or the bands in Japan, immediately he see a fat man there smoking cigars and taking in a lot of money. Oh, isn't it so grand? The glass itself broke as Midoriya jumped in, grabbing the man's face before slamming it to the ground. "I have a few questions to ask you." "Oh," the man said, looking at him. He immediately knew who this vigilante was. He's a very popular vigilante, but he only goes after villains and corrupt officials. "Oh no. I see you understand who I am then." Midoriya just scratching his face. "Tell me, give me one instant I shouldn't kill you and rid this of all of you." "Oh wait, I need information. So give me it." After the man gave him the information, Midori looked at him. I see. I never liked people like you. So will you let me go? Not really. Midori says, removing his mask. As the man sees his face, he couldn't believe that the Vigilante that was taking villains down was a teenager. You're a teen! Yes, and now that you have seen my face. Wait, what? Immediately, Midori opens his mouth, a swirl of fire and energy coming out as he didn't vaporize the man. He didn't want to use his fire red because even though that would have made them more powerful and basically much more better for this man, he didn't want to waste his time on him. Nor did he actually want to waste his energy or basically get caught. To the people who knows, he won't be known as missing, but he got the information he wanted. So he grabbed the man's blood and waited in the wall. Do your job properly, but the Vigilante will come for you. And he didn't write his name because he didn't want to. As then he grabbed his mask, put it back on his face, as then he just flied away. As he didn't fly away. After a while, he basically arrived back into another part of the town. That was his hideout. He basically started to walk before someone was there waiting for him. It took longer than expected. And then saw that there was another girl there. She wore basically a black-like face mask revealing her only eyes, which was red. She had yellow-like hair tied back, but then having a cap on it. She was wearing a black hoodie and a vest-like shirt. Her boots were that of metallic, almost making stealthier sounds for her. Yeah, I know I'm late. Before he tossed her a vial or something. The girl then took it before removing her mask, showing fangs like teeth as she starts drinking from the vial. You seem to be a lot more cheerful mood today, Himiko. Himiko Toga, or as a Vigilante name knows, Carmilla, looked at him. Oh, yeah, I guess you can say that. Himiko said, drinking the vial. You know what, it's interesting. It helps me cleanse my thirst of blood. Huh, I guess it does. Midoriya met Himiko a while ago, as he got up and looked at her. Anyways, I gotta go now. Really? Himiko said, we just started our daily businesses. Before he tossed a few things, research these people for me. Himiko looked at a book, put names upon names. That's a lot of companies. Would you really want to take them down? Yeah, I do. That informed this Vigilante organization for nothing after all. Seriously, when did you form it again? I don't remember. This is the mindset for him. When you were 10. Midoriya was already more than smart, and he had been grinding in the system for a long ass time. Plus he always had his quirk, which gave him a nap time. So when he saved Himiko, and basically started to recruit more people who saw the society as nothing but runs, he wanted to teach them properly. If anything, thanks to him, the local Vigilantism, or people in Vigilante, kind of grown a lot more than it usually needed to. And Midoriya liked that fact. He wanted people to grow and understand. I have UA to go to. That actually brings me to my question, Himiko said, looking at him, as being the only few people that has actually seen his face. She removed the mask and looked at him. A different answer. What do you mean? Here you are being a Vigilante, and then you're going to UA and becoming a hero there, Draco. I guess you can say that. That's a quick question. Why did you name your Vigilante name after, literally the beast of the Bible? Why that name? You may be asking, right, Himiko? Yeah, I'm still questioning about that name. Why did you name yourself after that? Well, it was either that or have the public choose a name for me. Which I was like, no thank you for that, public. So you basically said it's either you choose the name or let the public decide for you. That's about right. That would be pretty interesting, actually, if you ask me. Toga would then say, looking at him, until then, we'll meet again. Draco. Toga put on a mask and face as well, as he moved in superhuman speed. The potion wasn't only just a name to cleanse her blood, it also gave her superhuman strength, speed, and other abilities. Plus, for a quirk, she can literally change her personality. So even though for people that don't know, Carmilla is more of an alias known by multiple people, a group, when in actuality it just is one person. I see that Himiko's basically met here today. I immediately Midoriya and saw someone. He had white hair and he had a bunch of scars on his body, a black leather jacket, white t-shirt and ripped pants with black boots as Midoriya looked at him. Dabi, or Toya, hey, don't call me by that name. Midoriya immediately looked at his scars. New ones? Yeah, Dabi would then say before Midoriya immediately tossed him something. Dabi would pick it up as he saw it was another vial. Seriously, your game quirk comes in handy, doesn't it? I would like to call it Dragon System. Whatever, man. Immediately he took it well, as in the scars in his body start to fully heal. Much better. Feels nice as well, Dabi then says. Get control of your quirk, goddammit, Midori wouldn't say. We need to figure out a way for you to not, tarnish your body with your blue flames. Yeah, I know, Dabi would then say, looking at his own fire. Over the time, he got a lot of burns. More burns, more and more. The amount of burns he got in his body was purely ridiculous. And the aspect of it, his entire body was almost fully burned. Well, that was his above half at least. He was smart enough to, burn his below half unless he wants to feel pain of his groin being burned. Yes. And just ignore the fact. Navi immediately looked at him falling down as fire erupted from his feet as well and his arms as well. We'll see about what happens next, he said, forming a small glint of blue fire in him. Before his letter review, he was disappeared. But Midori anyways, gotta go. Have school tomorrow. As then he put his hood on his mask. There are a few vigilantes which once again eyed him the work of once of the heroes and a few people out there. He fled back to his school room, opened the door and then got in, removing his mask and cape, putting it back in his inventory and falling asleep. Thanks to the system, he doesn't really need sleep that often. But when he does, he makes sure to make up for all the time he didn't sleep. As he slept, he waited for the next to come so he can go to UA and basically, get the job done. The next day arrived and Midori got up, got dressed and basically wear his school uniform. He said goodbye to his mom. Inko Midori then looked at Midori and before she spoke, remember to pack your bags properly and make sure you didn't pack any all my action figures, did you? Mom, I was 10, he said as his mother kept on reminding him of that one mistake he did when he was 10 years old. For crying out loud, he was a child. I know, but still, what if you... He groaned internally before he decided. Okay, Mom. I made sure that I didn't pack any of my All Might action figures. Are you sure you didn't pack anything of Ryukyu? No, I didn't either, he said, looking at her. I started to walk. What about you? None of the other heroes. I swear to God, I didn't pack anything. Midori just sighs before he starts to walk and basically go away. Seriously, mothers are irritating. But at the same time, Midori then looks at his mom. He can still stop loving her. She is my mother, no matter what happens. At the end of the day, she's my one and only mom. As he basically started to go and started to run as well. He then got on a bike and started to drive it. Yeah, did I forget to mention Midori had a bike? I think I did. Oops. And he basically arrives at the UA's before he looks for the parking lot. As he does, he basically changes his bike before he sees a small rat. Do you have any license to own that bike? Immediately he looked at a small rat which was wearing a suit. The rat looked comically cute, but at the same time Midori felt like the rat was pretty unhinged. As Midori basically showed him his license. Yeah, where is that? I see. This is basically the place for the teachers. Midori realized that, oh, I'm sorry, I'm gonna take my... No need to. Nezu would then say, looking at him. It's perfectly fine if you keep it in this place. Oh, okay. That works too, I guess. Midori said, looking at Nezu, before he basically stands the bike up, takes the key and leaves for his classes. I wonder if he has realized that I was the principal of UA. Or maybe he hasn't. As he goes through walking to the gate of UA, he basically walks up the stairs and everybody looks at him, whispers and murmurs goes around. Isn't that the kid that basically got first place or something? It was basically in the lines of that. As Midori started to walk before he arrives at another gate. As he then opens opening the gate, he basically sees a few people in there. He looked at the gate before he entered in and he just said, was this school made for giants? The moment he opened the gate, he saw a 10-year leader and Bakugo arguing. What are you doing? How dare you disrespect our professors by putting your foot on the desk? Huh? What does that give it to you? Huff. Kenya would then say, looking at him. You're disrespecting our predecessor by doing that. Yeah, so what's the weapon? Leader inside. I think I should introduce myself properly. I'm 10-year leader. I come from Somei Firebird School. Somei, huh? So did they put a stick up your ass or did they basically let a fire out of it? How such vile language? Looking at Bakugo before Bakugo looks back at him, before he looks at the door. Oi! Deku! Rio! Yeah, what is it? Midori then said, looking at Bakugo walking in. I said that you made it. Actually, I could already tell that you made it. You would have been a fool to not accept someone like you. Midori laughs it off before saying, yeah, I guess you're right. UA would have been a fool if it didn't accept me. For sitting down as then, hey, Midori. Immediately he basically sees a brunette girl proposing him. Oh, hi Chaco. Oh, you're in the same class as well. As then he sees it was Momo. Hi Momo, has been a while. How are you doing? Well, now would you look at that? I guess we're also in the same class as well. Midori then says that it was basically Jiro. Midori waved at Jiro as basically the three girls that were quote unquote in his harem basically just approached them and started to talk to him. Midori talked to him as Bakugo just blinked multiple times. What just happened? What? If you guys are here to make friends, our sister's already leaving. Midori would then say, and there's he is. Immediately walking out of a sleeping bag would be Aizawa, and she basically looked at him. I'm your homeroom teacher, Shoto Aizawa. I see, Midori would then say. And mind explaining to me why you were just hiding there the whole time? Aizawa smiled looking at him. So I guess you are the perceptive one. Perceptive is an understatement. I make sure that all the areas I explore or see, I have a keen eye for it. Midori made sure because many times in the dungeon, if he didn't do that, he would have died. The dungeons were life or death, and he basically knew it. And the system didn't make it any time easier for him. Anyways, you all go to the... You all, Aizawa points all of them. Get dressed and get ready, and then go to the changing rooms for your gym universe. Ichako then spoke. But what about PE? Girl, let me see over there. He points at her. Us teachers in UA get to run our school / our students however we want. It doesn't matter if you like it or not. It's how we see it. Ichako nodded as everyone goes, gets ready, then comes out of it. As he basically wears his costume and comes out of it. Midori basically looks at Aizawa as he basically goes into the realm. So, what was the highest meter you could throw in middle school? Midori then says about 40 kilometers. Why? Try it with your quirk. Midori immediately catches the ball. Alright then. Midori gets into the circle before he looks at his system. Activate strength enhancement. Activate power enhancement. Activate agility. Activate the skills nullifier. Activate the skills draconic throw. And bring in my dragon arm. The system immediately activates him. As for everyone that can see, some red-like scales coming on top of Midori's hand as basically Midori then grabs the ball before he shoots it into the sky as it goes as the ball goes flying across everyone's eyes is basically to see it. The ball into the sky as it basically stays there. As I would look about it. Not bad. 97 kilometers. You're quite impressive. Wow, we get to use our quirks just like that? That's amazing. I can't wait to use mine. Asita says. Yeah, this is gonna be so amazing. I can't wait to so much fun with this. Dinky would then say. As then Aizawa looks at all of them. Fun, huh? Well, listen to this. Fun. Whoever comes last will be expelled. Immediately everyone is shocked. Except for Momo, who basically thinks this is just a bluff. But for Midoriya, he knew it. That this was going to be serious. As he basically looked at Aizawa before he looked at Kendo as well there. Kendo wasn't that worried. He said control over a quirk, even if it was a new one. Midoriya just looked at Aizawa. Well, Ichako was going to say, wasn't that going to be a bit unfair before Midoriya closed his mouth. Ichako, don't say it. But someone else beat him to the punch. Someone else said it, as it was Invisible Girl. Is that not a bit unfair? Aizawa looked at the Invisible Girl before he spoke. Fair. Tell me, is disaster fair? Is power-hungry villains fair? Is people dying on a daily basis because a hero couldn't save them fair? No, none of it is fair. As heroes, it is our job to compare that unfairness. Midori nodded and he listened to Aizawa's word and realized there was no flaw in that. He was correct. None of the things that are happening are fair. And as heroes, that was their job to comprehend it. Even though he wouldn't call himself much of a hero, more of a vigilante. Anyways, let's move on to the next few tests. And after that, let's just keep on going. One by one, they do all the tests, but Midoriya obviously coming first. Even in the grip test, he basically breaks it as Aizawa is shocked. The meter goes flying before Midoriya one by one does it all. He's not trying to become Abyss or anything else. He's doing it all because he can. As basically one by one, as by the end of it, Aizawa looks at the score. Let's see. The last person to come was Toru Hagakure. Immediately everyone looks at Invisible Girl like a Toru as she started to cry, realizing that yes, she'll get eliminated. Before Midoriya looks at Aizawa as if it's going to speak. Damn, I was lying. What? The entire scum with Sensei. Yeah, the whole exploding part, that was a lie. Their jaw drops to the floor as everyone looks at Aizawa. But anyways, a few things. You, points at Bakugo. Need to control your temper. You'll be busy a man of hound dog. Oi, what is that supposed to mean? Bakugo says, explosion framing in his hand. You, Todoroki. I checked your files. You can use fire and ice. So why haven't you been using it? None of your goddamn business, Todoroki says, looking at him. It is my business. And you, immediately points at Midoriya. Stop being such a show-up. You're going to be like All Might. Same goes for you, girl. Huh? Kendo then said, looking at him. Right now, I'm looking at a female version of All Might. Midoriya, Uchaku, and Kendo started to sweat bullets. As Aizawa then walks away, as he basically looks at Aizawa, Midoriya basically just snickers a bit. Why are you snickering, Midoriya? Momo would then say, oh, just I found this part a bit too funny for me. As he basically laughs a bit. Before you realize it, things are gonna get a lot more interesting. Anyways, hope people like this part, like, comment, and subscribe, and tell me in the comment section what ifs you wanna see. Anyways, just to clarify, sorry for not posting yesterday, last Saturday. I'm gonna try and post this Saturday as well. If not, expect a video on either, probably on Monday or Sunday. It depends on my mood, okay? So until then, see you. Bye.